In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on December 2nd, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Appalachian State versus Troy. In a highly anticipated clash, Appalachian State and Troy are set to face off in the Sun Belt Championship at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Alabama on Saturday, December 2nd. The Trojans, boasting an impressive 10-2 record and a 7-1 standing in Sun Belt play, have displayed resilience after a shaky 1-2 start, overcoming challenges posed by Kansas State and James Madison. Their lone conference loss came at the hands of James Madison, who would have been a contender in this championship if not for an NCAA postseason ban related to their move to Division I football. On the flip side, the Mountaineers of App State have staged a remarkable comeback from a challenging 3-4 start to the season. Currently riding a 5-game winning streak, they enter the championship game with an 8-4 overall record and a solid 6-2 conference standing. Notably, they hold the distinction of being the only team to defeat James Madison during the season. The Trojans have been particularly formidable at home, securing 9 consecutive victories and showcasing offensive prowess by scoring over 30 points in 4 of their last 5 games. Their balanced offensive approach, marked by a potent passing attack and efficient running game, poses a significant challenge for the Mountaineers. App State, on the other hand, has found success in their offensive game, averaging an impressive 35.8 points per game, largely driven by a robust passing game that contributes 278.7 yards per game and 34 touchdowns. Recent performances highlight the Trojans' offensive strength, exemplified in their latest victory over Southern Miss, where they outscored their opponents 21-7 in the second half, with quarterback Gunnar Watson leading the charge with 289 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, the Mountaineers showcased their offensive prowess in a convincing 55-27 win against Georgia Southern, where quarterback Joey Aguilar threw for 296 yards and 4 touchdowns. As the game unfolds, the Trojans are likely to exploit the Mountaineers' defensive vulnerabilities, especially against the run. The Trojans' ability to run efficiently, combined with their formidable passing attack, could pose significant challenges for App State's defense. Conversely, the Trojans' robust run defense, holding their last 3 opponents to under 100 rushing yards per game, and their impressive pass defense, averaging more than 6 sacks per game in the last 3 outings, could make it difficult for the Mountaineers to maintain their offensive momentum. Considering the matchup dynamics, our full game side pick leans towards the Troy Trojans to secure a victory and cover the spread as favorites. The Mountaineers, despite their offensive prowess, are likely to face challenges in both running the ball and gaining yards through the air. In terms of the total pick, the Mountaineers' offensive consistency, averaging 36 points per game, coupled with the Trojans' scoring capabilities, averaging 30 points per game, suggests a high-scoring affair. Previous meetings between the 2 teams have trended towards the over, and we anticipate a similar outcome in this championship clash. Therefore, our full game total pick is to go over the projected total. Georgia versus Alabama. The highly anticipated Southeastern Conference Championship clash is set to unfold once again, featuring a showdown between the perennial powerhouses, the Georgia Bulldogs, and the Alabama Crimson Tide. This bout, akin to a top 10 heavyweight fight, is a rematch from just 3 years ago, marking the second time these Southern juggernauts vie for the coveted Southeastern Conference title. The Crimson Tide have been the victors in their 3 prior meetings in Atlanta, asserting their dominance in this championship setting. The Dogs enter the contest perched at the summit of the national rankings, flaunting an awe-inspiring 29-game winning streak. However, a closer examination reveals that their last stumble occurred at the hands of the Tide in the 2021 Southeastern Conference Championship game. On the opposing sideline, Alabama, despite a sole setback to Texas earlier in the season, holds a respectable 8th position in the college football playoff poll. A triumph against the 2-time reigning national champions could catapult them into contention for the coveted Final Four spots. Georgia strides into the championship clash with an unblemished 12-0 record, overcoming a stiff challenge from Georgia Tech in their last outing, where they secured a 31-23 victory. The Bulldogs showcased resilience, pulling away from the Yellow Jackets in the second half, and now aim to complete the regular season undefeated against the formidable Alabama squad. The Georgia offense has been formidable, averaging 32 points per game, with 219.4 passing yards per game, 140.9 rushing yards per game, and a 39% conversion rate on third downs. Alabama, with an 11-1 record, emerged victorious against Auburn on the road with a thrilling 27-24 triumph. The Crimson Tide's offense has been potent, averaging 36 points per game, 231.5 passing yards per game, 177.6 rushing yards per game, and an impressive 48.7% conversion rate on third downs. As the Southeastern Conference title game approaches, the stakes are high, with the winner securing a coveted spot in the college football playoff. Georgia's legitimacy was under scrutiny until a 3-week stretch of ranked opponents, and despite a recent struggle against Georgia Tech, they remain at the top. In contrast, Alabama has found a new gear down the stretch, riding a wave of confidence with 10 consecutive victories, including a dramatic win against Auburn. The Crimson Tide, with an 8-4-0 against the spread record, consistently exceeded oddsmakers' expectations, presenting a formidable challenge to the favored Georgia Bulldogs. In contrast, Georgia struggled to cover the spread this season, boasting a 4-7-1 against the spread record. The Bulldogs' defense, a force in 2021 and 2022, has faced challenges replicating that NFL-like performance. While Georgia is undeniably the better and more consistent team, their 5-7 against the spread record, including a 4-6 against the spread record in their last 10 games, raises questions. Alabama, playing its best football of the season, covered in 7 of its last 10 games, with a historical advantage in Southeastern Conference championships and recent dominance over Georgia. Nick Saban's track record in such crucial moments adds an extra layer of confidence for the Crimson Tide. Taking the confident and surging Crimson Tide as underdogs might prove advantageous and profitable, especially with Alabama's impressive over record of 9-2-1, second in the Southeastern Conference. This highlights their offensive prowess led by Jalen Milroe and a plethora of weapons. Despite Georgia's defensive strength, vulnerabilities have surfaced this season, potentially providing opportunities for Alabama to capitalize on big offensive plays. So the Alabama Crimson Tide to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. While defense has historically dictated this rivalry, this installment is poised to be filled with big plays and offensive fireworks. Georgia's offense, ranking 8th nationally in scoring, and Alabama's 18th rank set the stage for a high-scoring affair. Despite a slight drop-off in defensive prowess for both teams, the expectation is that scoring will not dwindle. Georgia's passing game has been pivotal, allowing for more possessions and quicker drives, contributing to increased scoring. For Alabama, the over has hit in 5 straight and 7 of their last 8, suggesting a trend that's likely to continue. In what promises to be an exhilarating matchup and one of the higher-scoring conference title games, over the projected total is our full-game total pick. The stage is set for a classic encounter where offensive prowess is expected to shine, and this pick aligns with the current trends and dynamics of both teams. SMU versus Tulane. The highly anticipated American Athletic Conference Championship game is set to unfold at Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana, as the undefeated SMU Mustangs prepare to face off against the Tulane Green Wave on Saturday afternoon. SMU has dominated in conference play but faces the challenge of a backup quarterback after Stone's injury in their last game. Tulane, with only 1 overall loss, boasts a top 25 ranking and the advantage of playing on their home turf. One intriguing aspect of this matchup is Tulane's seasoned team, having been in similar high-stakes situations before. Despite SMU's impressive statistical profile, doubts linger about their true strength, especially with a quarterback committee entering unfamiliar territory as underdogs. The initial substantial shift in favor of Tulane, followed by the buyback action on the Mustangs, underscores the uncertainty surrounding SMU's performance. Taking a cautious stance, there's a need for SMU to prove their mettle beyond victories against seemingly weaker opponents. Trusting Tulane's championship experience, the focus for them lies in handling crucial situations, particularly on third downs and containing SMU's potent passing attack. The absence of Stone, SMU's starting quarterback, could prove to be a pivotal factor. While both teams possess formidable offenses and strong defenses, the confidence in Pratt, Tulane's quarterback, surpasses that in Jennings for SMU. The expectation is for SMU to stay competitive in the first half, yet Tulane's ability to capitalize on mistakes and gradually pull away in the second half is a prevailing prediction. Consequently, the side pick leans toward the Tulane Green Wave to secure victory and cover the spread as favorites. There has been a significant drop from the initial mark above 50, given the emphasis on both teams relying heavily on their ground attacks, coupled with staunch run-stopping defenses. Sustained drives with high-scoring potential appear questionable. The absence of Stone also contributes to the uncertainty surrounding the reliability of SMU's offense. Moreover, both teams boast strong defenses against the run and pass, with a history of performing well on third downs. Betting against a high-scoring outcome seems justified, especially considering the potential impact of turnovers. Despite Tulane's track record in single-digit point spread wins, the trend of staying below the closing total suggests a game that may not reach the projected score. Consequently, the full game total pick leans toward the under as a prudent choice for this championship clash. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.